Now this time we try to break out, and this is what I'm talking about. When we try to break out, look what happens with the volume. Nothing. Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young. I'm a moderator of Bear Bull Traders, and I would like to do a recap on my trades for you today. Had a pretty solid trading day today, actually. I haven't been doing as many recaps. Most of you are kind of up to date on this. I've had some medical issues going on with my daughter for the past couple of weeks that we've been working on, and I appreciate all the support out there, but haven't been able to do as many recaps as I can. I'm just trying to stay active in the chat room at BBT, so of course anyone there has been seeing me. All right, so right now I'm currently in a trade on Nvidia. I just added short on that because I saw a candle pattern I couldn't admit. So before I do my recap, I want to go straight over to this trade right now. If you can, throw me a like there, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell, all that good stuff. Okay, so take a look at Nvidia. So I just added short as it made a low on this hammer here on Nvidia and added into this position. Really seems like a good spot. Look on my level 2 here just to the side, you can see I've got some orders sitting down here at 318. So I'm going to look to take a little bit off right in front of them. So there we go, boom, partial right at 318. So that's good, got some back on my add. When I added, I leveraged in from 325 and change all the way down to 321.50. So I used my free roll hotkey and I actually added into this position for that drop, so which gave me a lot more shares, almost quadrupled the number of shares I had left over. And this looks like it was a really good decision too, which is exciting. So Nvidia, Nvidia took a little bit of a while to shake out. If you look at the daily on Nvidia down here, you notice that Nvidia on earnings had a big gap, and it was such a large gap, I just really didn't expect it to run for too long, right? So I was really just waiting to see if it ever did a good push, and then I was going to short it once it got, oh wait, hold on a sec. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more out here above 316. Look, we've still got bearish ladder here. We've got orders to the downside, but I saw some buying coming across the tape there, which was probably other shorts covering. So I want to make sure I get a little bit out there. So now we're back down to about maybe 10% or so of my original position, which isn't a lot. So I'll carry this down. If we lose low a day, maybe I'll hold on to it for a little bit. Looks pretty good for a big sell here. Actually, maybe about 15% of my position left. That's, a little bit more than I thought. That's cool. This ad really came in strong. So anyway, so as we pushed here, we have R5. Now on the Camarilla pivots, right, we talk a lot about the extremes, and R5 is a very big extreme. You've done an R4 breakout, so you're trying to break out, and as you go through R5, you want to, again, see the instances of that breakout. You want it to, you want to go through R5 as it goes through R5. You want to see an ignition in volume. You want to see the level 2 build to the top side. And you want to see continuation up to R6. If you don't see that, you really should start looking for a stall or a reversal, right? So as you can see here, look what happened, and let me bring my thing. Notice what happened here once we start getting up under R5. We get all these little topping tails that come in here, and that's really something important to pay attention to when you're using VPA. Every time we're pushing up into this price level, we're trying to break out from pre-market high, right? We're instantly running into selling that pushes the price back down. Now this time we try to break out, and this is what I'm talking about. When we try to break out, look what happens with the volume. Nothing, right? Not a lot. Right, look, when we tried to break before, we at least had this much, right? But really no significant increase in volume. I read that as a failure, that we were not going to have enough momentum in order to achieve this breakout from R5. So as soon as we pushed and we stopped, and I saw a red candle form basically, so I let this thing push, and as soon as it came down and looked red, I went ahead and shorted there, and I used my entry candle. Got a really nice drop, took half off, boom, made an R, which was nice. And then we squeezed back up, and I had to go out at break even, unfortunately. Only by a couple of pennies. But once it stalled there, I saw selling on the tape. Again, as soon as it looked a little red, I went ahead and went short. I used my entry candle again this time. We pushed up a little bit and then got a really nice sell. Dropped only 10% this time because I really felt like I was in the right position on this one. So I dropped a significantly lower amount. And you can, and then when it pulled back here, held pre-market high underneath it and then dropped. Then we got the new drop, another 10% there, and then I dropped all the way down to half of my position and then a little bit more there. So I was down to about a quarter position here. And then look at this nice little hammer here, no volume, inverted hammer. As soon as it made that new low, crossed the 9 moving average, I went short, used the 20 moving average as my new stop. Got a beautiful drop, more out and more out. So right now I'm just holding to see what happens. I'm down to, like I said, about 15% of my position. So if Nvidia happens to rally here, I'll just take the stop on it. But I'm going to try and hold this thing because we're going to go down into resistance 3. If we lose this, we actually could traverse this entire range and do a gap fill on the daily, which that would be a lot of fun. All right, so before I close off, not all glitz and glamour, just wanted to show you guys that I tried to take a trade on Disney today, which, looking at it in hindsight, was just an absolutely horrible trade. We were at support level 3, but I traded underneath it, and that is not the way that works. I should have waited for a firm push and break above S3 to long here. I saw some buying on the tape. I did not see a lot of downside liquidity on the level 2, but extremely wrong on this one. I mean, this stock is so obviously going the other direction. I almost feel silly showing it to you. But I have to because we're a full disclosure kind of situation. But I also traded BABA today. BABA worked out pretty well, although I was going the wrong direction on this one as well. BABA sold off at the open, held pre-market low, started to push up, made a nice green candle. I went long, used my entry candle, got a beautiful 3-to-1 drop there, third, and then another half. So I was down to about a quarter of my position and then took a stop on the rest. And then it sold off, hit this high value area, got above pre-market low again, so I re-longed using my entry candle, which is pretty much my standard way of doing it. Popped up 2-to-1 this time, and then came back down and stopped out the rest. So netted a few R between those two trades there, and then a few more R currently netted on this beautiful Nvidia short that we are still working. So hope that was a good recap for everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope with my we are home and schedule seems to be balancing out a little bit more, so hopefully be able to get some more recaps coming to you all. Any questions you have, please throw them in the comments. I'll try and stay active with them. Hope everyone had a great trading today, and as always, y'all, keep it green. Thanks.